If you run an e-commerce store, you know the social media hamster wheel all too well, right? It's just this constant pressure that never, ever lets up. But what if you could automate the whole thing? And I don't just mean scheduling, I mean the actual creation of the content itself. Well, let's break down how a new AI tool is promising to do exactly that. Does this sound familiar? You're juggling, packing, keeping track of inventory, handling customer service, and of course, social media is always the first thing to get dropped. It's a universal struggle for online sellers, and it creates a huge dilemma. And this leads us right into what we call the e-commerce social dilemma. You know you have to have a social media presence to grow your business, but the old school options feel like this impossible choice between your wallet and your watch. Okay, so option one, you could hire a social media agency, but that's going to set you back $2,000 to $5,000 a month. Yeah, for most small businesses, that's just not going to happen. So option two, do it all yourself. But that means you have to magically find at least 10 extra hours every single week. Time that, let's be honest, you just don't have when you're trying to actually, run your business. And here's the real kicker, the real cost of going silent. A full 77% of customers discover new products on social media. So if you're not posting consistently, you're not just invisible, you are actively losing sales. And this quote just hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? It's the classic cycle. You start off strong, you're posting for a couple of weeks, you get completely overwhelmed, and then radio silence. The algorithm forgets you exist, and you're right back at square one. It is an incredibly frustrating loop to be stuck in. So the big question is, how do you break that cycle? Well, this is where an AI social media manager like ForaPost comes into the picture, and it's designed to be that third option you've been looking for. I mean, this really is the impossible choice, isn't it? Over here, you've got this mountain of cash you need for an agency. And over there, you've got the ticking clock of doing it all by yourself. E-commerce owners are just stuck right in the middle of this tug of war. So here's how ForaPost flips the script. It's built to be the bridge between those two worlds, giving you enterprise-level marketing power, but for a small business price. We're talking something like $29 a month. Now, here's the crucial part. This is not just about scheduling posts. ForaPost's is designed to actually create original content by learning your unique brand voice. That way, everything it posts sounds authentically like it came from you. So how does it all actually work? How does ForaPost take your product catalog and, kind of like magic, turn it into this awesome feed of engaging content? The whole process is actually broken down into 4 really simple steps. First, you just connect your e-commerce store and it syncs up your product catalog. Second, the AI gets to work, automatically generating captions, images, even videos based on your products. Third, and this part is key, you review and edit everything in an approval queue. And finally, once you give it the green light, it all gets published automatically. Simple. And yeah, it connects directly with the platforms you're probably already using. So whether you're on Shopify, Etsy, Amazon, or WooCommerce, you just plug your store in and ForaPost syncs up your entire product catalog. And this is where the real magic happens. The AI doesn't just grab your boring product photos, it actually transforms them into much more engaging lifestyle content. And it's not just writing generic captions either. It's crafting copies specifically designed to turn your viewers into actual customers. This brings us to a really, really important distinction. You see, lots of tools out there can schedule your posts, but that's not what ForaPost is really about. This is their core difference. See, most tools just help you schedule the content that you already had to create. ForaPost's main job is to create that content for you. It's a creator, not just a calendar. This little comparison chart makes the difference crystal clear. While other tools might have some basic AI helper, ForaPost creates entire posts from scratch. Big check mark there. It actually learns your specific brand voice, something others just don't do. And its e-commerce integrations are deep and native, not just some afterthought. Okay, so what does this all mean for you and your store right now? Let's wrap this up by looking at the real-world benefits and how you can get started. Well, the key benefits are pretty massive. You're going to save hours every single week. You can plan out your entire sales calendar for big holidays like Black Friday way in advance. It posts to all your platforms, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, automatically. And maybe the most impressive part? The AI actually learns from your edits, so it gets smarter and more aligned with your brand the more you use it. Now, if you're feeling a little nervous about an AI just posting stuff for you, don't worry. They've thought of that. They have something called the approval queue, which means nothing goes live without your okay. You can review it, you can edit it, you can even ask the AI to recreate a post with a single click. You are always in complete control. And getting started is super low risk. There's a free plan, so you can test it all out, and the paid plans start at just $29 a month. I mean, when you compare that to the thousands for an agency or what your own time is worth, it's a completely different ballgame. It's a no-brainer. Which brings us to the final and maybe the most important question. This isn't just about automating your social media. It's about buying back your single most valuable asset, your time. So the real question is, what are you going to build with all those hours you get back? Are you going to develop new products, focus on customer service, or maybe, just maybe, take a well-deserved break?